Good evening and welcome to week 3 of our class. I am super excited to be able to do a video announcement for you all. This is something that I want to model because it's something that you might be able to use either in your class or when you become a school leader for your teachers. It's through Screencast-O-Matic. So just an FYI if you want to try that out. And if you have any questions for me about how to use it, I could actually do a webinar if there's enough interest. Just let me know and I can set up a Zoom webinar and we can go through how to set that up. So that's just a thought. This week you have 2 assignments that will be due. One of them I think is a pretty cool one that Grand Canyon developed a few years ago, and that is to create your own or write your own code of conduct on a fictitious school that you are or for which you are the leader. And you'll form your vision and mission statements, talk about that whole notion that we have been talking about a little bit. So just to keep that in mind, it is fictitious. It's not supposed to be something that you take from your own school, but you're supposed to create this student code of conduct. Also, I just wanted to let you know that this week, the only reading material, the only new reading material that you have is in our Shaping School Culture book, chapter 8. And one of the interesting things that I found in this chapter was about priests and priestesses. I thought that notion, that terminology was interesting. I had not heard that before used in relation to schools. But they're the people that shape the school culture. Well, we know that people shape the school culture either for good or for not. I always say people are going to use their powers for evil or for good. And those we've talked somewhat about those toxic and negative people. I call them the negative Nellies in our school, and I always advise new teachers stay away from them. Stick with the winners. Find the winners and stick with them. Um, but one of my questions for you, just to consider, and we'll talk about this in the forum this week, is who are those positive people that help shape the school culture for the better? You also have a piece of reading material, an article called Tips for New Principals Attaining Success. And even though it's written by Chris Rowe, the date, it was written in 2013, which to me, I think we could, as Grand Canyon University professors or the folks who write curriculum, I think that it's important to stay current. And I think there are lots of new and more current pieces of material out there. But this does have some really good suggestions. And one of them is tip number 5, and it talks about value. One of the things that I like to talk with school leaders about, whether you're up and coming school leaders or sitting principals already, is the notion that we want to value teachers' time. Those of you who are acting that you're teachers now, you know how important your time is. And so one of the things that I say is if you have a faculty meeting once a week, could that faculty meeting instead be something that you simply write to the teachers in an email or send a videogram like I'm doing to you all? Instead of everybody coming together and just sitting and getting some pieces of information that you could have handed me or put in my mailbox or sent to me via email, and reserve those in-person times for professional learning opportunities. I I think that is a really important piece to keep in mind. And I'm curious what other tips in that article that you find interesting. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week and know that I am rooting for you. Uh, I am tough on your writing because I do believe, and I'll say it, I've said it several times already, and I'll probably say it several more times. We are what we write, and I'm hopeful that you all are getting that message that how you write and what you write is super important as a school leader. So have a great week and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the discussion forums. Bye bye.